Welcome to the 290 Mo podcast. I appreciate you, brother. Time, if you could introduce yourself for my viewers and listeners.
I'm the legendary Rich Chris. That's Rxch. You know what I mean? See what I got on. Representing the VHS Club, the legendary VHS Club.
I got mine under here.
Tell him who you is, right?
VHSP.
Legendary.
The only VHSP, R&B singer, rapper, all that.
Said the king of R&B.
You can follow me everywhere, one VHSP. Look me up on Google, VHSP.
Yeah, look us up on Google. Google Rich Chris.
VHS Club, man.
It's live. VHS Club Productions on YouTube. It's live. It's going up.
For sure. I definitely appreciate you brothers coming through. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how familiar y'all with my work, but I like to get as much as a story I can in this little time we got. So, before we get to the beginning, real quick, VHS Club, what's that? What we got here?
So it stands for Vintage High Social Club. It's kind of like a collective of musicians, artists, graphic designers, business minds. It's all different type of people. It's 18 of us. A lot of people like to compare us to the modern day, like Wu-Tang.
Mm-hmm. And what's your take on
it? It's a lot of us. If you catch all of us at one time, you had a big show. I ain't gonna lie to you. You had a big show. You finna have the best show from VHS Club of your life. Mm-hmm. But like he said, it's like 18 of us. I joined the club around it's been a couple years. It's probably been almost 10 years or probably 10 years. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I've been in the club for that long and we just been kept going strong. We here now.
Yeah, bro. we just put on, shout out to Lil JJ coming from the 313 Detroit.
Yes, sir.
We also just put on the Pack Beats coming all the way from Thailand, overseas.
Yes, sir.
I mean? So
for sure, that's dope. So, let's go over the names. Did y'all come in with y'all names? Is that name y'all get y'all name when y'all get into the club? If y'all could just go over that.
Like artist name?
Yeah, you go first.
Shoot, I ain't gonna lie. When we first was recording in the studio, I wasn't in the group at first, and I was just like, if I'm gonna be in the group, I gotta think of a name, and I just couldn't think of nothing. I just couldn't think of nothing at the time. So I just put, it was VHS Club. So I just took the VHS out, and then I put my real name in there, which was P. Mm-hmm. So it's Pierre. So it's VHSP. So I just kept it simple.
VHSP, legendary VHSP. Sure. I got my name. I've probably been getting called Rich since maybe 2017, 2016. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just thought it was a clever name, and literally everybody just started calling me that. I believe in manifestations, so feel me, I want to be rich, so that's what everybody been calling me, and I kind of feel like it just fit my moniker, my sound of music.
Rich.
Just the texture of my music, I try to make a rich sound, you know.
Sorry, talking about my moniker. I'm sure I only heard one person say that. What's his name? Jermaine. Y'all know the comedian.
Jermaine.
I can't.
Is it, tall dude, light skin?
Yeah.
Beard.
I'm sure he like my soul, my moniker. Yeah. That's the only nigga I ever heard say that shit.
That's funny.
But no, that's dope, man. So getting to the beginning of the story, man. Where y'all from?
So I'm from Waukegan, Illinois. We probably it's probably an hour away from here.
Yeah.
Hour 20.
Same place.
Depending without no traffic, though, you know what I mean?
Waukegan.
Okay. So Rich, you know what I'm saying? Coming up in Waukegan, what was your experiences like, man? What was your aspirations coming up? You know what I'm saying? When you was a little rich, you could be anything you want to be. What you want to be, man?
To be honest, it kind of felt like everything just kind of fell in my hands, to be honest. I've been doing music for a little while. I started doing music probably 16, making beats. That's how I started off. Mm-hmm. And it just seemed like step by step, somehow life will put somebody into my life that's a connection. Before we know it, it's damn. You know what I mean? It go from being 2 people in the room to it's 5 people in the room, then 6 people in the room.
18 of us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how it always been. It seemed like along the journey, it just been every year has been motion, more and more emotion. We just did the MAFT ski show 2 weeks ago. It was 500 people there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it just seemed like every year just been you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That bitch was blessing.
But yeah, Waukegan, it's a dope place. You know, it's kind of it's a small town. Not a super small town, but everybody say small town, but course, everywhere got haters. You know, a lot of people always say that, but I love it though. You know what I mean? I always got love for my home place.
For sure.
Hopefully, one day, you know, we going to the BET, we going to Coachella. You know what I mean? We gonna tear it up though.
Next year.
For sure. For
Next
sure.
W.
What about you, Pete? When they told you could be anything you want to be, you know what I'm saying? What was your aspirations coming up?
It was kind of different when I like grew up. So I grew up in Waukegan as well, but like it was different. Like I had some people that was like supportive, but like this was the first like one in my family and everything that was like the one that supported me was like keep going, you know, doing it, because it was at a point in time where I started on SoundCloud. I was with a different group, and my producer, my engineer, he had passed away, and I was like, damn, I gotta find somebody else that make music. He was like, cuz, you know, I make music, everything. I got a whole group. I'm like, what, nigga?
You ain't know that? You ain't know, how the fuck you ain't know that?
I ain't know that.
Yeah,
it was like a long time ago, but I ain't know, and I was like, damn, I would have just, you know what I mean, joined his group. But then once I got to hanging around them, joining their group and stuff, you know, things got closer, you know, and I started meeting everybody, and then that's when like we just started helping each other out, and we started blowing up and shit. And then, but back to your question though, shit, when I was on SoundCloud making music and shit, like I used to send my music to people, send my music to girls, all type of shit, and they was like, hell no, like, and they was not fucking with, they wasn't sharing it, nothing. But he was just like, keep going, keep going.
They said hell no, like
I
responded hell no.
So like I played it in the locker room out loud, because we was having a little like, it was like a versus little battle going on at that time. I played it out loud, and they was like, nah, man, this shit ain't it. But I felt like it was really the quality.
Yeah, that's
instead
what it
of
really
like,
is,
you know, they were saying, you know, but at that time I was just like, damn, man, I'm finna quit. But it was just something in me that just told me keep going. He told me keep going, and then boom, shit got bigger.
So we ain't just finna slap past that song, you know what I'm saying, like that. So before you get with Rich, what kind of, you like you said it was the quality, you know what I'm saying, but what kind of, you know what I'm saying, music, you know what I'm saying, was you making? Like what kind of like what was the subject matter to that track, you know what I'm saying?
So like I feel like with a lot of women, like they like rap music, but that R&B, that
Women
shit.
the biggest consumer of music.
Hell yeah. Shit. You get a woman to like your music, everybody gonna like your shit. But what's called it was a rap song I had showed at the time, and it wasn't like, I guess they wasn't feeling that shit. And then the person I was going against, he was already buzzing and stuff. So, you know, they was probably like dick riding. Yeah, that's why I was like, that's probably dick riding. I was like, fuck it. I was like, man, fuck this shit.
Damn, I'm sure you know motherfuckers don't go back to school after shit like that. So how did you get over that, man? Was it like was you like good on self confidence and shit like that already, or
like a little piece of it I was, but like when I was younger, it was like hell no, because I ain't had nobody on my side at that time.
Really
so yeah, so like once I got around him, he was like, it was him and the whole group telling me like, man, fuck them, you know what I mean, keep going. And then that's when I just like, every tape I made, every song I made, I just look back at it and see like what sound bad. And I used to pick like certain girls that I was like fucking with at the time and show them the song, and I'd be like, is this hard? Like be 100 with me. And they'll tell me, and then if they say it's trash, I'll be like, fuck it, I'm finna make something better than that. What I gotta change?
you can't always take that, man. Man.
Like constructive criticism, you can't take constructive criticism.
Some people be hating though, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's like you got to take it with a grain of salt, because like if that was true, nobody would have blown up, because everybody would have told them they weird.
Somebody would have told Blueface, hey, that shit trash.
Yeah, like bro, that's trash. You rapping off beat. He ain't listening to nobody.
He just kept going.
Blew up.
So
For real.
So Rich, if you could, man, give me the origin story on VHS. Like how did it all come together? Like when bro said he came to you, was already together. So what was going on behind the scenes?
We already had like a group from like high school, kind of similar away from that, like me and my homeboys in school, because I ended up going to college, and we started to do like fashion shows and stuff like that. We was the video man. So then we started calling ourselves VHS Club, and we was doing music like every day. That's what we'd do. We'd just go and record, work on music. You know what I mean? We'll do that shit every day. And I kind of feel like that was like boot camp for us. You know, at the time, we was just doing it for free time, playing the piano, everything, make the beat, record, engineer. I know how to engineer too. Like I learned all that.
Nigga do everything
in that time span. We was like real boot camp. Like it was real.
Now was it all like self and peer talk, or was people
like
actually going like classes for certain things and coming back bringing it to the camp?
So
or?
I got a degree in music business, so I didn't like learn the aesthetics of sound. I taught myself all that. Like I said, I was already making beats prior to that. So it was like all of that coming along. Then it was like from going to school, combining my friends in school with my friends back at the crib, everything became this big like conglomerate because everybody became cool like, right away. Oh, for sure. Like I said, next thing you know, we go from 2 people, 3 to 4 to 5 to now you got 8, 10 people in the room, 11 people. We going out 12, 13.
Right.
And it seemed like that's how it's been like an avalanche over the years. But then back then, like 2017, I came back to the crib. And that was like boot camp part 2. He know, because that's when he started coming around like heavy. We had rented out a storage vicinity. Yeah, storage garage.
Like a self storage.
Yeah. And we put a mic in there. You know, we ain't in Cali, so it get cold, it get hot.
That bitch.
Yeah, they used to be like, man, if you
They want tripping on y'all up in that bitch. Like,
we was there like late at night too. Like
y'all supposed to be storing shit.
They started to trip on us.
Yeah, the whole group they pulled up and shit. We was smoking that bitch out, everything.
They started the trip talking about we selling drugs out of that bitch, everything.
Yeah, wild as hell talking about smoking out that bitch. That's why y'all went too far, right? Y'all was getting too
Just because the
comfortable.
camera on, let them know we really was cooking crack. The real, you know what I mean?
Come on,
MP3,
man.
crack on MP3. We was cooking up that heat though. I made a whole album.
Music guys, he talking about me now.
No, I'm just shit. We was cooking like it was really like boot camp, bro. Cause like the weather would hit negative. You know, it's Illinois and the weather hit negative.
And that, you already know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wintertime, it's like
and it's 10-4, so it's like extreme.
Oh yeah, you ain't gotta explain that. I understand. I just want to make sure we on the same page on Shorty.
Bro.
So that's dedication. That's dedication on Shorty.
But that's why I feel like
Cause 15 below, you consider am I even going to work today on Shorty?
Man.
So
it'd be like that. It'd be the flip of the coin, because then you will get it the ice box, but then you will also get it when it's hot. So now it's like you in the oven. You feel me? You cooking in a tin full. Sweat, drenched in sweat.
The storage a little bit, but you can't open that motherfucker all the way so the dude see it and be like, y'all ass out of here.
Y'all supposed to be vlogging that whole situation, man. On sure that shit would have went up.
So yeah, it was like a dope experience, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like that shit definitely like kind of molded me to be a different artist to like those conditions. And I made a whole album in there that I never put out. Like,
what you waiting for?
I just, you know what I mean? I kind of scrapped it.
Self-Storage Chronicles.
Yeah, I just keep it. I just listen to it for myself. Yeah. You know, it's dope.
Oh, sure.
But after we did that, you know, it was like, what was that, 2017?
I forgot.
Then it was like, we just started to do a lot of shows. You know, we started to get out more. Because I want to say this too on camera. It's a lot of artists out there who, like, I will know VHSP is legendary. You feel me? I know, like, he the GOAT. But he would never drop nothing. So then the world won't know. So all along in his head, he like, I'm hard, I'm the GOAT. But the world don't know. You're not doing no shows. You're not going to no events. You're not spreading your work. You're not popping out here. And I think like I see that from a lot of artists. Like I know a lot of people that's dope, but they don't necessarily go do this event, go do this show, go. And I think that was a step I had to take myself. Like what was probably around that time too. I used to go to the city and just try to go do shows dolo. Like I would ask restaurants, places like, yo, can I perform here? They be like, bro, what you crazy? Like, what is you?
Like, bro, we just having a
like,
baby shower here. What are you talking about?
He said a baby shower.
I used to be lit though. I used to like, I'm trying to perform. I'm you know what I mean? Turned up.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, all that shit just kind of molded us to who we are today. You know, we definitely put in that leg work. It may not look like it on the outside, but I mean, we know, like we put in that work.
That's what anybody, not even just music, not even just music, man. That shit.
For sure. That's dope. That's dope, man. So what I want to know is, you know what I'm saying? It's 18 of y'all, you said? How the fuck do y'all stay together? Because for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying, groups don't stay together. From the Jackson 5 to the Migos.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, they all break up, you know what I'm saying? So what's it like between everybody? Is it strictly business? Are you guys forming personal relationships and bonds? What's it like, you know what I'm saying, on as a teamwork aspect of everything?
Let me hear your take on it.
Shit. Just like going through it over the years, I noticed that, you know what I mean, we stay in contact through like Snapchat. We stay in contact like through, you know, Facebook, all types of shit. And as soon as one person drop in the group, everybody sharing that bitch. Like it don't matter if you not doing anything at that moment, you sharing that shit. Because that's just how we was. Like we just, one person shared, the other one shared, boom, boom, boom. That shit numbers gonna go up.
Fair.
But like just staying connected with each other. We hang out with each other outside of like music. making sure that we, still bonding and shit.
Right.
Make sure we, like, over the years, like, we ain't fought none of that shit, because it's just like, we all family, and that's how you treat it. And when you never get like all that shit mixed in with business when it comes to making money and shit. So yeah.
So what about you, Rich, from somebody who's been there since like the origin? What's or has it been situations where maybe it would have been 20 at this point and everybody ain't make it?
Yeah, I mean everybody not gonna make it. That's just the reality of it. Of course, you gotta cut certain people out. You know what I mean? But I'll say with us, we kind of move like a unit, like a family, like. You know what I mean? I love all my guys. No homo. You know what I mean? No weird shit.
I feel it. I'm sure you know that.
But, like, I love the game, bro. Like, anybody have a show, anybody need to have a show in Indiana, I'm going to pull up, bro. Like, don't matter what.
Oh, yeah, that's love, right?
I mean, I always try to be there.
That's love, because my niggas know I ain't coming in Indiana. I'm sure.
For real, though, like.
You going to have to come get me and bring me back.
Even if you say gas money.
I feel like it's through the love, though, like, moving like a family, though. You know what I mean? Like. And really being together and just everybody like support. Everybody support. Everybody. I have a show back then. Even back then, he might have 2 songs out. I have a show. He in my slot. You feel me? That's just how we roll. You know what I mean? Everybody pulling the next person. Like
and shit. That'd be outside of the group too. Like, say if you had like a big podcast thing going on, you got like everybody coming to watch you and shit. We pulling up. As long as you tell us and you tell us where it's at and everything, we pulling up. Because just like once you support us or like once you connect with us, we want to make sure that we push you the same way that you pushing us. So like right now, how we doing this, you know what I mean? Like after this, you tell us pull up somewhere, we gonna pull up.
Right.
Because we want to make sure not only to keep that connection with you, but we fuck with you heavy.
Bet. I bet not get into it. Nobody after the show. Y'all heard that? I'm sure they putting on.
Nah, yeah, we definitely just big on support, and like I said, just that family orientation. Like, I watch a lot of mafia movies and stuff too.
Oh yeah, I fuck with. I be doing like I fuck with the movies, but I watch like the real life like documentaries and interviews and shit. All the rats and shit. All the niggas rats and shit. On Shorty, Sammy the Bull, he the biggest rat in America on Shorty. He killed like 100 people and did like 10 years on Shorty. Now he out doing podcasts and shit, but
I think a big thing too is like what I see with a lot of groups or like a lot of people. A lot of times you gotta, because everybody got an ego. I got an ego, but sometimes you gotta like put your ego to the side on certain things. Like shout out to my artist. Shout out to Walkman, legendary Walkman. Happy birthday to Gang too.
Happy birthday,
You know what I mean? Legendary Walkman.
That probably lit right now.
There was a point in time where when bro had joined the club, he was ready. Like, man, I want to do shows. So we made a mixtape. We made a CD. It started going up. Bro started doing shows. I would be the cameraman. See, he was asking me like, you cool with playing second fiddle, basically. Like, I'll be his hype man. I wouldn't care. Like, I'm just there to support, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? Didn't matter what. And to this day now, we like all live. But like, it didn't really hurt me to go there and be the cameraman. Point of saying. Like,
for sure. Being a cameraman fun too though, I'm sure.
But you know how it is,
get them right shots, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure all the females want to dance in front of the camera and shit. Yeah, come on, what's that? I'm sure, but no, let's get into the y'all creative process real quick. So P, at the beginning of the show, man, if I ain't mistaken, you said R&B, rapper, habitual line stepper, all that shit, man. I'm sure. What's to the creative process, man? Are you a rapper / R&B artist? What do you consider yourself, and how do you put that shit together?
So like for myself, honestly, like when I came in the group, I started off as like a rapper. Like I wouldn't even like, I was making like some singing songs, but I wasn't really like in that R&B mode like that yet. But I was a rapper, and over the years, I just started like trying new shit. But I always had that shit like in my bag. It's just I wanted to see like who fuck with it or not. Because that's what I started off with on SoundCloud. I was like, let me see if they fuck with this, with that. I was making pop, rock, all types of shit.
You said pop, rock.
All types of shit. But that's when
Pella.
hell yeah. Shoot, that's when I like got deep into my R&B bag, because like all of us in the group, it's a lot of rappers in the group, and I was like, man, we need somebody that's gonna be like, do R&B. So I stepped out of that, that rap part, and try R&B. And once I tried it, first song, shit blew up. Motherfuckers was going crazy. I'm telling you, at the shows, girls
What you
was
think
going
was
crazy.
your first R&B song? Like when you stopped doing rap, you know what I mean? Not stop doing it, but like
My first
What you think was
R&B
your
song
first R&B
was
track?
the first R&B song was Confused. When I dropped Confused, man, everybody went crazy. We did that at the show for the first time. Everybody went crazy. And at that time the song was already out and people knew the lyrics to it. And then when I heard like people singing the lyrics to it, I was like, damn, like they they did that a little bit with like my rap shit, but they ain't never did it this much.
I gotta
like,
say it
R&B
too.
shit.
B. I told him. You can ask him. I told him before he dropped. I told him like, dude, Confused gonna be the biggest song on here. Like, I had it on repeat when he first sent me. I had it on repeat. Yeah, he was
That
like,
was
"What
some
you
shit
did?"
I
I
just
told him.
made.
I was like, "Bro, this
That's
gonna be your."
That was the first R&B shit I put on there too. I was like, this is just some shit I'm
When
gonna
I
throw on
heard
there 'cause
that,
I ain't had no
I
other
was
tracks.
like, I had stopped. I was like, "What?"
Do you still feel like that to this day, or did the song end up growing on you?
To this day, when I perform it, yeah, people still be singing that shit.
I'm saying how you feel about it.
Oh, how I feel about it? Now when I
You
look
got
at
the
like,
original feelings, or has it changed now that you seen the
changed.
reaction it's got?
yeah, it changed. It got like, I started to look at it on like the outside of like how the crowd would look at me, and then I just like pictured it, and I was like, yeah, like my R&B is like better than my rap. Like I could still rap and everything, but that R&B was like, yeah, because ain't nobody doing like that type of sound. It's like an old school, but it's still like fresh and new.
Yeah, for sure. So, Rich, what about you, man? Let's get into your creative process, and more specifically, man, if you could, explain to me how you put a song together. Like, are you a writer? Do you freestyle? You punch in and out? I know you've been in it so long. You know what I'm saying? Does it come second nature to you, or do you still like the old fashioned way?
Well, for me, I'm kind of like I say like
Talking about old fashioned. That's just how it is.
Yeah, I feel like for me, my process is like very unorthodox. You know, it's very different. For me, I'll either freestyle the track, but I may go back and fix it up. I may go back and write it. It may be mumbles. It may be, because a lot of times I produce too. So I'll be making a little like a melody and have a melody, mumbling a melody to it. But then later I go back and write it or something like that. You know what I mean? It just depends.
You do everything yourself already.
Yeah, we got producers too. We got the legendary Red Cloud, like I said. But it's just still, even if Red Cloud send me something, or my homeboy Reese 777 send me a beat.
That should get done.
A lot of times I would just do it as mumbles and send it and see if they rock with it, like the direction of it.
You would send them some mumbles.
Yeah, but we call them reference tracks though.
Right, that's love. That's love.
Because at the end of the day, I'll know right away if I rock with something.
Right, for sure.
But I do write too. I write pretty much the whole. It just depends how I'm feeling though. You know what I mean? If I'm really, really feeling the song, I may be able to just do it then and there. But sometimes if the beat is like, if I feel like, damn, this one of them ones, I might have to take my time. It may take me a year. You feel me? Like for real, it may take me a whole year to do a track, or a month, 3 months, 2 months, like depending on the track.
For sure. What about you guys' workflow? You know what I'm saying? Is it like collective projects? Is it, you know what I'm saying, you work with who you like to work with, who you need? If you need a producer, hit bro up.
So
What's it like?
Since we got like so many people in the group, everybody just kind of drop at their rate. So shout out to the legendary Lil JJ.
That motherfucker drop every week. He be going crazy.
Straight out of the 313, coming straight out of Detroit. Lil JJ, he dropping bombs. He constantly drop. He drop a lot of music, drop a lot of heat. Whereas me, I may drop once every year, like an album or something like that. Because, you know what I mean, that's just me. That's just my direction, the lane. Whereas he may drop 2 R&B albums this year, 3 rap. I don't know, you know what I mean? It just
R&B one, and then a rap one in 1 year, and then like 2 singles. Man, but
we got
do it all in
other
order.
projects coming too.
We do it all in order. It'd be like, say Fresh drop something, and then we'd be like, all right, who next? That's when somebody say something, Walkman be like, yeah, I'm finna drop next. So then
the next month.
we space it out to make sure they got their own little space to promote it and promote it after. So we don't want to like block each other like Shine and shit. We want to make sure we share their shit and get it out there.
For sure. Also, you know what I'm saying, with a group, you know what I'm saying, so what do you consider a group? What do you consider it like officially?
I feel like it's the label, it's the family.
label.
You know what I mean? The club. I'd say that's what it really is.
People want to sign.
Yeah, it's the club. Everybody want to be in the club. You know, it's like when
Yeah.
you're a kid with Burger King Kids Club.
Right,
Everybody
exactly.
want to be.
And that's why I want
Burger
to
King
ask,
kids.
that's why I want to ask y'all. Like, as far as getting into the gang, I mean the club. You know what I'm saying? Do you got to get jumped in or blessed in? No, I'm just playing. Like, is it like an application process? Are y'all recruiting? You know what I'm saying? Was it open door? Like, what's it like? How do you become a part of? You know what I'm saying? What you got?
I mean, we always got our ears open for talent.
Yeah.
You know, we may go to a different state, and we feel like it's the right fit for the team. Then we probably gonna we may make it happen. But I think that'd be the biggest thing. We just see like what fits and what works for us. And it'd be like, if we got a lot going on, we know that everybody trying to drop music and do all this. We may wait and not put on that artist, or like even if we really rock with them, we may be like, well, let's wait a couple months so bro could drop his tape, I could drop my tape. We could work on this. We got to get this done. You know, we constantly trying to keep the movement going, no matter what, so that when that artist come on or we lock him in, he can get to work and have his own time. You know what I mean? Kind of like he was saying, we don't want to like conjust.
True. Even when we have like shows and shit, and they tell us like it'll be people coming up to us. They be like, "How do I join the group and shit?" And we'll tell them like, you know what I mean, come to our shows, and then we just tell them keep coming to our shows. And it's none of them like, we just tell their ass like, oh, keep coming to our shows just to get like people at the show. No, we watch and see. All right, if I'm telling him this, I'm gonna make sure I see him at the show. If I see him at 2 shows, you know, I'm gonna talk to him, tell him like, all right, you know, fuck with us, because that's where the loyalty come in.
Yeah, you gonna see who really rock with you at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Motherfuckers say they want to sign with you or something just because they want like the fame of the group. So you got to make sure they really like rocking with you every day type shit, hitting you up. You ain't got to hit me up every minute, you know what I mean? Like I'm your bitch or something, but make sure you hitting me up. You know what I mean? Keeping in contact. Make sure you fuck with us.
For sure. I want to ask y'all, you know what I'm saying, outside of the label, man, I want to know about y'all support system. A lot of artists I talk to, they say their biggest support comes from people they don't know, people they never met, you know what I'm saying? So outside of the main, you know what I'm saying, what's the support like, you know what I'm saying, from your everyday people you interact with and see in the neighborhood and Facebook friends and shit like that?
I feel like it's 50-50. You know what I mean? Of course, you're going to have people you don't know always going to treat you a certain way because they don't really know you. They just know you for what they see, that image. So they going to choose right away if they rock with you or not. So, of course, you're going to have that. But, I mean, we got people that rock with us, too. We started throwing shows like, last year, I think it was?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, them bitches started busting, like, just going up. A lot of people started coming out, popping out.
As soon as we send a post out, like as soon as we send the post out, like 1 minute later, it's like 10 people on the comments like, let me perform.
Yeah, rocking.
Let me come bring my t-shirts and shit to your venue. You know what I mean? Let me interview people. And
I ain't gonna lie, sometimes
we take the post off because that shit busts automatically. Like, damn.
Sometimes it be shocking me. You know what I mean? Like you doing something and then like you will see somebody that you wouldn't think even rock with you like that. Yeah, instantly like, bro, how can I get a slot? Or like, you know what I mean? How can I rock with y'all? Whatever. And it'd be crazy to me deep down. I'd be like, damn, like we really doing, you know what I mean?
For sure.
We really moving. Like it's lit.
So let me ask you this, Pete. You know what I'm saying? Like Rich already said, he watched a lot of mafia movies, so I know it's blood in, blood out. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, I'm talking shit. No. So with you being part, you know what I'm saying, of the label now, what's the business side like? If you don't mind me asking, like, do you got to get clearance to release projects? Is all your distribution going through VHS? What's it like on the business side, or is everybody just do their own thing?
So like the good thing about our group is that everybody, same way, like I said, when we give people their space to, you know, promote their shit and everything, it's the same way when you like distribute and everything. Like when we got people on our tapes, you know what I mean, we'll give like them features and everybody like, you know, they little percentage off of there, unless like they just want to get paid out front, like then we'll do that shit. But all the money and everything that they earn off their tapes would go to that artist. Like it don't go to, you know, the group or nothing. Yeah. You know what I mean? We just make our own little money, and that shit just, you know.
And what about you, Rich? Is there any management involved when it comes to, you know what I'm saying? Like you brought Pete to the table. Does any, you know what I'm saying? He explained it being separate, but does like any management come with that?
Yeah, so I think that's the dope thing, and I think that's probably like why a lot of people be wanting to like lock in with us. You know, like how can they be in the club? Because they be seeing like, yeah, we're a collective, but it's still everybody got the room to be themselves and like own they own all your music, own all your stuff,
You know,
your
360
whole
deal type shit.
movement. Like it's you know what I mean? We just it's kind of like we on a plane, you know what I mean? You just getting on the plane, you know what I mean? And we all just moving.
Like you come in the group, you tell us what you like shooting for, like what you want. We'll make that happen. Like if you trying to get this certain amount of people, you know, to fuck with your music, we're gonna tell you honestly, and you got to take constructive criticism if you're gonna join the group, because if we sit here and tell you like, hey, that we don't fuck with that, you know what I mean? People are not gonna listen to that.
We do got a
sit here and
process.
get mad.
Though. I'll say like probably the homeboy Red Cloud. A lot of times, a lot of projects go through him because he's the producer, but his opinion is really good. So it's like make your project, send it to Red Cloud. Mm-hmm. He'll let you know. Like,
shout out Red Cloud.
He gonna give you an honest answer. You know?
Mm-hmm.
He gonna give you a real answer. Like, nah, I don't think this one. I think that one. And a lot of times we do that with like
before you
every
drop
project.
an album, go to Red
like,
Cloud.
We send it off. Like we all listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
We all agree. Like, yeah, this is dope. Mm-hmm. Put it out. You know what I mean? So it is somewhat of a structure to it.
For sure.
You know,
Outside of the label, what you brothers listening to?
Shit, everything. I listen to everything. I ain't gonna lie to you. My ears, and I think that's like the good thing about me. It's like I got my ears is open to all genres,
right?
Because you never know. Once you make it, nigga, who finna turn down $1 billion or something from like Miley Cyrus? Hell no, I'm finna get on the track. Sure. It might sound crazy if you hear Lil Durk or somebody on the track with Miley Cyrus, but
and I think
nigga,
that it make your
it's a challenge. Make you better.
Versatility like crazy when you explore more than one genre. When you just don't listen to rap, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. So I think that's always a plus when it comes to artists. And you mentioned earlier about getting discouraged. So real quick, I want to ask you, you know what I'm saying, what you getting discouraged and making it through? What's the goal at the end of the day? Like, why do you continue? What's the mission?
Like the goal. Like the goal be changing, I ain't gonna lie to you, but the ultimate goal is, you know, to make it, you know, famous or, you know, make a lot of money. But it's just, it be shit in my life that just keep me motivated. It be like, I got like younger sisters, you know, the whole group, you know what I mean? They surrounding me and they pushing me. And when they push me, when the whole group pushing me, it's like, yeah, like we gotta do this. Like they believe in me. Like I know I can do it, because if they see it, right, I gotta see it myself. Mm-hmm. So it's just, you know what I mean? It's just motivation from people, you know, in the background that, you know, never get talked about. So
I feel like for me, bro, like I think it's just been all these years just seeing the next thing. Like it'd be a lot of stuff. If somebody would have told me like, damn, this would happen, like, you know, good stuff, I would have never believed it. But then I see like, damn, it's like I said, it seems like every year it's just like something new. Even from who I be talking to, certain phone calls I get, anything, I'll be shocked. Sometimes I'll be like, you know, I'll be like, what the
people we locked in with is, man.
I'll be like, what the fuck? Like, niggas be telling me, like, you know who you are. They be saying it to me. I'll be thinking, like, I mean, I do, you know what I mean? But it just be, like, dope, like, the experience. And it just always keep me going. You know what I mean? I guess it's just, like, faith or the manifestation aspect. Because years ago, shout out to the homeboy D Glass. Me and him had a serious talk, maybe like it was before COVID. We were just talking about how we really finna get all the guys together and get lit and do these show, everything. We had a whole talk, and it was like from what we were saying to now, it was like we did all of that. Like it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, way more than that too.
Just having that convo, like yeah, we finna start getting lit. Like
I think the goal when we first had like those conversations, and you know at COVID time shit started to slow down. So at that time, a lot of people was like they wasn't motivated. Right. We kept pushing.
I was outside in COVID.
we told each other, we was like, man, we want to do, you know, 10 shows. 10 shows at the end of the year. We did about like.
No, we had said we wanted to do 20 during those like 2 months or whatever it was. Remember we passed 20.
Oh yeah. We was doing shows back to back
like that.
As soon as I get out of work, show.
Crazy show, yeah, show.
Well, what y'all doing shows like rock stars and shit, man? What type of preparation, if any, goes into a show? You know what I'm saying? If it's separate, y'all can go one by one. But is you in the mirror with a brush practicing, or is it just a vibe every time you get up? Is y'all in a storage unit, one touring? Like, what's to it?
I think when I first started, So like before I got in the group, I was already used to like being on stage and stuff because I was in choir. I was dancing at the time. Like that's what I was doing. I was making money off like dancing.
I knew you was a visual last step. See, I thought I was playing.
I go to like parties.
My research, goddamn.
I go to parties and I just be chilling with me and my homeboy. And then out of nowhere, it'd be like a movie or something, like Roll Bounce or some shit. Nigga come out of nowhere and be like, "You ain't trying to dance? You ain't trying to dance for the bread?" I'm like, "This shit crazy." I thought he was playing when he said that shit when we first went in the party. I'm like, "Damn." I'm like, they dead ass serious. So they got the bopping and everything, and we did our little dance moves, and I mean that's how we was making money. And then I just came to a point where I was like, man, I can't keep dancing. You know, niggas get old, bones start cracking. That's when I was like, I'm finna just pull a little music thing.
Niggas get swole and shit. Like, this big strong ass nigga dancing. Oh no, man, but that's dope, man. So Rich, man, I want to ask you, man. You been in the game for a minute, man, and it seemed like it brings you so much joy. If you could tell me what's the least favorite part about what you do, like if you could take anything away about what you do, what would it be and why?
That's a real good question. I don't think I ever got asked that before.
Appreciate that. Coke.
I was over here thinking about it too. I'm like, shit.
Oh, that's a good ass question, bro. I ain't gonna lie, but I feel like, I mean, for what it is though, I be thinking maybe sometimes the networking. You know what I mean? You know, this is like a treacherous game. Like, I won't let you know this recipe because I don't want your dish to be better than mine type shit. Even though it's like, bro, I'm not trying to make my dish better than yours. I'm trying to cook with you. You know what I mean? Or something like that. So I think that's been a big thing, like at least for me. I don't know. That's a real good question, bro. Because, I mean, at the same time, that kind of help you grow as a person. You know what I mean? If somebody tell you, no, they don't want to help you with doing a clothing line, like, of course, you got to go do it yourself. But during them steps, during that journey, you finna learn a lot. That you ain't had nobody really help you. You know
Shit,
what I mean?
plus when people don't help you at that certain point in time, I just be taking that, like, before I used to take that shit as like, man, they don't fuck with me. But now I take that shit as like, if a person don't, give me, that shit, I know it's something way better than that. You know, God probably, like, he ain't gonna give me the show with fucking who a low artist I can say. I don't know,
bro.
I don't know. like he ain't gonna give me a show with, a low comedian that nobody, barely know.
Right.
He gonna block that door and be like, damn, I can't do it with him because I'm finna get an email or something from Mike Epps or, from Ice Cube to be in the movie or something. So I'm gonna blow it bigger than him. So it'd be shit like that.
But I don't know. I mean, back just to your question, at this point in my life, for me to still be doing this, like, no lie, it's kind of really nothing that I don't not like. You know what I mean? Because I know what come with it. It's the game. Like, it's either you choose to, like, be in the game or you not gonna be in the game. Like, everything that's what come with it. The shady business, the finessing, the people not keeping their word, everything. But it's like, at the same time, it's kind of raw because it builds you up. It builds your character up. Like, how you gonna react? How you gonna react? How you gonna come back? They doubted you. They took your bread. They did this, that. How you gonna come back? How you gonna return? You feel me?
For sure.
Turn you to a champion.
Okay, so I wanna I got a few more questions before I let y'all get up out of here. But what I want to know is, let me ask you this before we move on to what's your least favorite part? If you could take anything away, what would it be and why?
Like,
from what you do, from the music, from the dancing, you know what I'm saying? I was talking, but from if you could take anything away from the music, from the business, from, like bro said, maybe like the weird networking, what would you take away? You know what I'm saying? If you didn't have to deal with it as far as working, what would you take away and why? If anything.
Damn.
That's a hard.
Yeah, because it's a lot of. It ain't even like a. I don't got nothing. Hold on.
Right, that's how I feel too. It's like the journey.
I get that answer a lot. I get that.
Like, something I would probably like take away from it is like connecting with people. It's like a certain way of connecting with people. I love connecting with people, but when you connect with a person and they like waste your time, and you like, damn, like you could be talking to somebody about a feature for like months,
Right.
and when it finally get to that 5th month, and they be like, never mind, I'm cool. You be like, damn, like I just wasted all this time. I could have been dropped the album, all that shit. Like, that's the only thing I can say I can take away from it. But like that shit make you like, bigger and it's a challenge. I love challenges.
Yeah.
That shit make me who I am today.
For sure, for sure. Another thing I want to ask y'all, man, we in the age of numbers, having everything right in front of your face. So I want to ask y'all, is analytics something that y'all pay attention to, or do you pay attention like when you drop something, who's listening to it, where they listening from, or when you drop something, you just put it out there and whatever it do is gonna do?
Yeah, for analytics, I'm gonna let you get your part.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm personally definitely big on the numbers. You know, we want to. Well, I always got this saying, "Your song not big till a million people heard it." You know what I mean? So I feel like that's real big. I actually got the chance to have gone viral before, like 2020. You know, so I mean, I kind of know what it's like to be getting the 50,000 views, all that. It is kind of it kind of sometimes diminish you as an artist though, because then it's like, especially in today's rap game, I feel like a lot of times people go in the booth and they say to themselves like, let me make a TikTok type track. Let me make a viral track instead of just making some heat. Whereas it used to be like people go in there with that mindset of making something that's like short and catchy, which may not be a bad thing, but I feel like it kind of takes away from the art aspect because we just constantly think about the numbers. We constantly thinking about like,
It take you out.
gotta go viral. Yeah.
Spotify playlist.
Yeah, and it, sometimes that kind of knock away like the artistic side of music, because I feel like music is not as artistic as it once was. Like everybody's trying to hit this like
A nigga make a song about jelly beans and blow up like quick as hell.
On shorty, that's why
you in your room like, damn, I just made the hardest song.
that
and this
shit,
nigga
that
made
type of shit motivate me though. On shorty, that type of shit motivate me to keep going. On shorty,
yeah, dude. But then it's like
when the Migos made that, don't none get straight but straight. I want to rap. On shorty, I got my notebook. I'm like, that's all. Don't none get straight but straight and shit. I can, don't none
like,
stand up but.
It'd be like, damn, though, because then you would do that. You would make a song about Skittles, and then niggas like, bro, he goofy. Like, what did you know what I mean? It's crazy.
But I'm always stay in my lane with it. I ain't gonna do no shit like that. But that type shit like that motivate me on shorty.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how, you know what I mean? Then that shit blow up on TikTok.
Fucking nursery rhyme. It's gangster nursery rhymes on TikTok doing millions of views on shorty.
I'm like, damn.
Off the Dora Explorer beat on shorty.
That's what I'll be like, damn, that's all you gotta do.
On shorty. Motherfuckers ain't got no melody or shit. Just got my Glock in the pop. On shorty. That bitch going up. On shorty.
Yeah, the game is just, the rap game is just different, you know, these days. It's way different than it used to be.
Like it's still talent in there, but like, you know, you can make it off anything. It's just like making money in general. Like you can make it off anything. That's how it is for like the rap game. You switch your genre if you wanted to. Then
don't know what's
blow up,
gonna
come
work.
back to rap.
Don't know.
For sure.
It could be a song that you think is trash, that you like, I would never put this out. That could be your biggest hit.
That's everybody confused.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It could change your whole life. You like, I did this shit in 1 minute freestyling. Like, no, that shit could change your life these days. Like,
For sure. That's why you gotta put that shit out. What about you, P? You pay attention to the views and you be trying to make the Spotify playlist and all that shit, or you just whatever do?
Like, so I feel like everybody should pay attention to the views, the analytics, and all that stuff, because that's what shows like what you growing in. You can see like different shit you growing on YouTube, because I like looking at my analytics. It show like every app that I'm growing on, and if that one app is like super low, I'll be like, I gotta do more shit on that app, and that just make me better as like an artist, better at personal like marketing, instead of go and pay like a nigga like $500 to do the same shit, but he just do it a little bit faster. You know what I'm saying? You learn that shit yourself, and then later on in the future, you can use that shit and do that to other people and make your own bread. So
Rich, man, what's the goal for VHS, man? Is it you know what I'm saying, a major label? Is it just one person get on and then you just put all us in the loop? Like what's the main objective for VHS as a whole?
Man, for the longest, in my head, what I foresee is just the club being a staple for music, like being the biggest, like this new wave of sound that nobody ever seen before. Because I feel like that's what we are. You know, a lot of people come to our shows, they see it, they like, man, we ain't never really seen nobody that rap like y'all, act like y'all. You know what I mean? We different, a fresh new energy. And with the club, that's how I envision it. I envision it as something new, that a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean? That's gonna change the game. I'm trying to change the game, put us on the map, change everybody's families, change generations. You know what I mean? Really just bring a new style to the game, something they never seen before.
For sure, that's dope.
I mean, when the last time you seen a group of 18 people? You know what I mean?
I told you I ain't know this groups don't stay together.
That's why everybody be like, y'all like Wu-Tang.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's rare, so you know.
So that's definitely dope. You know what I'm saying, and especially creatives at that. You know what I'm saying, staying together. Like I done seen gangs and shit stay together, but like people, creatives are all different mans and who bring different things to the table. That's definitely dope, and that's definitely a great attribute. You know what I'm saying, to have. So I can see why people want to get involved. You know what I'm saying, because a lot of people don't have that type of muscle behind them. You know what I'm saying, that's organic. Like I'm gonna share your shit just cause we locked in. You know what I'm saying, motherfuckers that I've been locked in with for 20 years don't share my shit. God damn it, on shorty. So that's definitely dope, man. So moving forward, man, just talk about what you guys working on right now. And that's why I asked, is it any like type collective projects like in the future, like in the works? I know it's hard to get 18. It gotta be hard to get 18 people involved. You know what I'm saying? But is that something?
I got a list, but
man, y'all gotta come to a studio session.
We're just so VHSP, he just dropped the 1010. When did you like?
That was like that was a month ago. So, I dropped 1010. It's an R&B like
King R&B.
A lot of people say it's EP or album tape, whatever you want to call it, but it's an album. But
classic. That's what it is.
It's like 20 minutes. It's like 20 minutes, quick as hell. So if you can't listen to it, you just don't want to listen to it. But what's called it's just an R&B tape. Most likely going about like old relationships and shit, and then I'm going off of like people relationships, you know, in public that I see, you know, going through shit. Put that shit all into one tape to where people can relate to it, but I still add a little swag to it to where motherfuckers will bump that shit in their car. But
he dropped that, and then before that, Rxch, shout out legendary Rxch. He had dropped it from overseas too.
Fresh.
Like I said, Walkman, he's about to drop again. Like probably last year around July, we dropped me and Walkman dropped a collab tape called Sold Out Dates. You know what I mean? It's about the shows. It's about going up, turning up every venue, every event. You know what I mean? We did that. Right now I'm working on a tape called Band in the USA. I'm probably gonna drop in like August if I can.
Shit gonna be crazy.
Walkman and Red Cloud, they dropping the official Walking on Clouds. Rxch working on a new EP. Lil JJ, he dropping every week.
You gotta worry about JJ.
He
dropped that bitch right now if you wanted
to. New album coming out. We don't know what the name is, but it's coming out.
The Backbeat said he got something dropping in September. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot, but you know, we just keeping the ball rolling. Every year we dropping something new. Red Cloud, he dropped an R&B tape featuring all people from all over, all different type of women.
Hell yeah.
Singers, like it was dope from Toronto.
Tracks, I think I was on there. 3 tracks.
Yeah, it's from all over.
But I'm always locked in with Red Cloud. He sent me a beat that's gonna get done that night.
Okay.
That's a dope thing about our group too. Is like not every member really stay here. So like Red Cloud, he stay on the West Coast.
Yeah,
you know that's dope too though.
Everybody in like different states.
We just had a show in AZ, like
different states, different countries.
Probably like a month ago now.
That's dope. Probably got places to stay in other states and shit. You know, just crash here, dude. I'm sure.
I was just
fuck Airbnb.
On top of the thing, bro. Downtown Phoenix, bro, going hard, bro. Turned up to the max, bro. Standing on top of this shit, like.
So Rich, man, you already said that VHS was modeled after Costa Nostra and shit, man. So, I
would say this. I feel like it's not modeled after that. I feel like it's organic. How we all came together. I kind of feel like it was meant to be. That's what I'm saying.
Man, I was just talking shit. I want to know.
I say because it's like it's God's work. I really don't know. Like
he making offers you can't refuse. You know what I'm saying? But what I want to know, man, is what's it like working with other artists? Like, are you guys working with other artists outside of VHS? And if you, is it strictly paid? Is it, you know what I'm saying? If you just see somebody that's dope, y'all work with other artists, or is it strictly inside the collective?
So like for like features. You know what I mean? Like, we give people our prices and shit. And then when it come to, like, people we go shoot after, like, if we want that person on our tape or something, I do that shit, you know, all for free. We do that shit out of, you know, love. And we make sure that we support them, make sure we share their shit, put their shit on, same way they would do our shit.
We locked in with a lot of artists, too. Like,
a lot of artists, a lot of...
I don't know, like, we show a lot of love.
Industry.
Yeah, we just be... You rock with us, we rock with you. What you got cooking? You know what I mean? I want to say an artist that I definitely look up to and I like the way they move is none other than the Sauce Walker. You know what I mean? I rock with TSF, like how he move. It's lit. Sauce Walker, that dude, bro.
Okay, for sure, man. I definitely appreciate you, brothers' time, man. It's the most valuable thing we got. Before y'all get up out of here, if you could, let the people know where they can find y'all on social media, where they can find the music, where they could possibly get jumped in and shit like that. No, I'm just playing. But if they can lock in, come to a couple shows, shit like that, all that.
So, well, like, you can find me at Rich Chris, RXCH_CHRIS. That's on Instagram. Pretty much anything else is just RXCH_CHRIS. All together, that's Rich Chris. And you can go on Google and search for Rich Chris, you'll see it. Or you can find a group at VHS Club Sound on Instagram. Or you can go to VHS Club Productions on YouTube and pop up the club. So.
Yeah, if you want to go to Instagram is where you're gonna find all the artists in the group, because a lot of people don't be knowing, like, they be like, damn, 18, so they be like, how do I get to like all them artists and all type of shit? Like, go to our Instagram, the VHS Club one. But you can follow me, like I said, 1VHSP on Instagram, TikTok. I'll be going live. You want to come share your music in the live and shit, come fuck with me. It be some big people in there, I'm telling you. I'm gonna put you on. But Facebook,
right.
That's it.
And I'll say, if you want to lock in, if you're trying to lock in with us, pop out, slide. Yeah. Like, everybody be like, so like, sometimes they'll be wanting to do nothing. Like I was telling you before, like about the certain artists, because I was once like that. I'll be like, well, I'm raw as a motherfucker. I'm the coldest nigga alive, but nobody will know, bro. I'm sure. I'm sitting at the crib, like, you feel me? Like,
yeah, if you putting music out and you ain't
beat, like, but you don't go out.
Man, it be people putting out music, don't promote it, they don't
out.
Go do shows and nothing. They just expect somebody to look at their shit and blow up on the internet. It's possible.
Yeah,
that's like a 10%. Like, that's a 10% chance.
You
like,
gotta put that leg work in. Man. You know what I mean? You gotta go to these shows. Even if it's just a show with 10 people there, if you ain't never did a show, that's your practice.
Yeah.
That's just getting your rep in. You just doing your practice. So definitely, you trying to get up with the club, pop out, get near. You know what I mean? Pop out, come rock with us.
Definitely gonna mold anybody in any profession that you're doing. Whether it's music videos, shooting with the camera, you want to be podcast, anything.
Right. Any
make sure that we
artistic
give you the tools and tell you exactly what you need to do, because all of us do everything. It's just we specialize in something like that we know is gonna blow for us.
For sure, man. Well, like I said, man, I definitely appreciate y'all time, man. Enjoy the rest of y'all evening. In a minute, gang.